Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to consistently fold your fabric when you don't have comic book boards to store them on. Let's get into it. As you can see from my background, my bookshelves are full of fabric on comic book boards. I ordered quite a few comic book boards, but I've already run out. So now I need to figure out what to do with my new fabric that I don't have boards for. I'm not going to order more because I'll use these fabrics up and then they'll become readily available again, and then I can use them for these. So the key here is a ruler. So this is going to be a similar concept as to when we ironed an entire bolt of fabric. So for the entire bolt of fabric, it was important how long the ruler is. For this project, the ruler can be 12 inches, 12 to 15 inches. It just needs to be that long so that it can fold the fabric on itself, because when you fold a fabric twice on the selvage, it should be somewhere between 11 and 12 inches tall, and that will allow us to get nice and even stacks. So this is all of the fabric from the haul from last week, I believe. Here is the last haul's fabric. It has all been washed and dried. Now it needs to be ironed. There are a couple pieces that I wanted to point out and show to you. So this first piece here, I don't know how I missed this, but when I was serging all of these fabrics, I totally missed this one. So I washed this piece of fabric without serging it. And this is what happens when you wash fabric without serging it. I'm honestly surprised it's not worse. There are a bunch of like balls and knots of threads coming out. Like here's a big spot. Some fabric is worse than others. You don't know what it's going to be like. A lot of the times it's more that fabric from or threads from one fabric get caught on another fabric's threads, and then it's like a jumbled mess. Being that this was the only one, it didn't get jumbled up in other stuff, so it was okay. But that is what it looks like. It looks like a shredded mess if you don't pink or serge the edges. Pinked, it still looks a little like frayed like this, but definitely if you don't do anything, it ends up like big balls of thread all over the place and all in your dryer. Another piece I wanted to point out, so I didn't notice this when we were going through, but I've talked about this before. I don't understand what people are doing when they're cutting their fabric. This fabric looks perfectly normal. Oh, I already gave it away. This fabric looks perfectly normal, right? Oh, there's nothing strange about it. Nope, there's a giant hole right in the middle. Like, what in the world were they cutting or trying to accomplish here? I don't understand. Please help me understand. So yeah, this one has a giant hole right in the middle. I don't know why. I didn't try and serge the hole there, but anyways, oh, and then the textured pieces. So I ended up washing these, but I just like ran a quick iron over them. These pieces here, I'm thinking about making into a pouch with just this textured fabric. So that is a video in the queue for next week. I set all of these pieces aside because there's a bunch of random size pieces. But I am going to show you on this piece of fabric, which on my last video, I asked you guys where the price tag was from. And from a bunch of different answers that I got, it seems to be that the tag was from Walmart. And I believe it was like 2016. But I'm going to show you with this piece of fabric how I go about ironing. This is about I think we know it's a yard of fabric. So let me take you over to my ironing board, which is right behind me here, and I am going to show you how I iron a big piece of fabric like this. One option is to iron with the selvage edge pulling close to you. The other option is to iron with the selvage edges on each side. As long as you're ironing the whole piece, that's all that matters. However, if you do it this way, because it is so long, when you get to the more pointy side of the iron, there is less available room to iron. Also, you're going to come across pieces of thread and fabric, so it's good to have a lint roller, and you can go ahead and lint roll as you're ironing. Let me get this thing ironed, and then I'll show you how to fold. If it's more than a yard, then what I will do is I will fold the fabric selvage to selvage. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but pretty close. Fold it selvage to selvage, and then I will throw it over the edge, and then I will iron it this way. And just iron, pull, iron. Sometimes then you need to flip it over and iron it on the other side. It just depends. Now that the piece is ironed, it's time to fold. So we are going to bring our two selvage ends together. So that's the two sides that have writing, the non-cut sides. And we are going to pull those straight. So we are going to pull the two selvage ends straight rather than pulling, see where this is right now? This is not even. If we were to pull this cut edge even, then as we go down, the selvage ends will not match up because it's not straight. So we need to fold it by the two selvage ends. So this needs to go a little bit left. Find the part where it lays flat. Now it's laying flat. Use your ironing table to your advantage, and then fold it over. Fold it over so that you have a folded edge here encasing your raw, quote unquote, raw edge. And we have another folded end on this side. And you're going to want to run your hands across it. Make sure there's no bumps. Flatten it out. Take your ruler, start on either end, and you're going to want to start with this is where the edge of the ruler is, at least 3 inches, but anywhere from 3 to 5 inches. And we're going to, I'm pulling and pushing against this corner here so that we can get a tight wrap. Now, when I hit the end here, see how I have this excess? I'm going to do it again. So since there's a little bit of excess, I'm going to add more fabric at the beginning. That way, when I fold it again, this final side is within the corner. Obviously, that's personal preference. If you want to, you could also fold that edge. So that's the raw edge. You could fold that edge in. You can clip this. You can pin this. Whatever you see fit. Now, if you rub it again, flip it over, and pull the ruler out, the friction and the static holding the fabric together will hold it pretty well. I mean, it will come undone if you're messing with it a bunch, but for the most part, it will stay together like this. Now, these definitely aren't sturdy since there's nothing in the middle, but you can stack them in a bin and file folder them like this, for example, or you could put them on a shelf. If the shelf becomes more empty, they will fall over because there's nothing on the inside. If you have thicker fabric, it will be more sturdy of a fold. That is how you do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.